Down goes Cuomo. Down goes Cuomo. Down goes Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York. He has resigned. So I'm going to give you a number of reasons why he resigned, and then we're going to talk about the different angles in this case tonight on the live show. You all know the show's live every day at 6 o'clock Eastern, right? So right here, come back 6 o'clock Eastern, you'll see the show. Okay, so because there's so many different angles on this. There's the sexual harassment angle. There's the new Ronan Farrow angle, and did Cuomo actually resign because of that? That relates to the Corruption Commission. I'll explain all this quickly here for you guys today, and then we'll give you all the amazing details tonight. And then there's also the nursing home angle, and then there's the angle of Cuomo used to be an insider, but now the insiders have turned on him. Just tons and tons of drama. And there's the outward reason why he's resigning, and then there's the actual reason why he's resigning. That's why we do the Young Turks, get you the actual information, okay? So now first, let's start with sexual harassment. Obviously, that's been in the news. A report came out saying that 11 different women have said, yes, he did sexually harass me, with details, damning details, corroborated. He was already toast. I'll tell you what pushed him over the edge today in a second. But as he was resigning, he said, in my mind, I've never crossed the line with anyone, but I didn't realize the extent to which the line has been redrawn. And, look, there is a tiny bit of truth to that. And the truth to that is men of his generation grew up in a time where doing certain things to women at the office they thought was acceptable. Now, was it ever actually acceptable? Of course not. Did they ask the women? Of course not. That's the nature of sexual harassment. And here's at this point, kind of an older guy going, like, that is almost an admission that he's been doing it his whole life. He's like, well, now I just can't grab my assistant's butt anymore. And by the way, that was an actual allegation. And that he had also cupped her breasts under her blouse. And so, and look, you read that report, you read a summary of the report, you read any part of that report, and you will get a sense of one thing super clearly, which is that Andrew Cuomo was constantly trying to get laid on the job. Constantly. Okay. Asking about sex, asking about partners, what kind of sex they like. I mean, he would take any occasion to talk to attractive women about their sex life, including a woman who was sexually assaulted. And he started asking questions about that. So no, if you lived from that era, well, yes, we got news for you. And this should be a big breakthrough news event in your, like, for the older folks who have that mindset. Most older folks, by the way, don't have that mindset. But for the ones that are still remaining and that think like him, well, yeah, it is a new day in America. And if you think that sucks, you're wrong. It's a great day for women to be able to actually do their jobs without getting harassed and only being looked at as sexual objects within that context. And if you wanted that, well, you're a bad guy and you just didn't know it, right? Like, no, you can't use your power over other people to subjugate them, just generally speaking. And that certainly applies to sexual harassment. So that's, of course, the number one reason he went down. And of course, it's because, honestly, as a society, we're obsessed with sex. So any topic that touches on that, we go, okay, wait, now we're all paying attention. Now, Andrew Cuomo has been corrupt for a long, long time, and progressives have been telling you that for a long time, but we couldn't break through on the normal topics like the deaths in nursing homes and how he took money from nursing home companies and then did the rules that he did. We'll talk more about that at the 6 o'clock show. And then, of course, the corruption. There was the Moreland Commission. He set it up. Once they started looking into his allies, he immediately shut them down. And so that's what the Ronan Farrow story is about. And Ronan Farrow is showing that he called the Obama White House. Now, guys, I'm just going to give you teasers here because damage report's coming up, but and substance too. Here, understand that when you read an article like Ronan Farrow, and he explains that Cuomo called the White House, and then they have quotes from Valerie Jarrett and Preet Bharara, who is the prosecutor. The details of that, again, is for the live show. But he calls them and tries to call off a prosecutor from looking into his corruption. Now, that is very wrong and potentially very illegal. Valerie Jarrett cuts him off. So this was going to be a new scandal that was going to create new legal issues for him. When you pile that up on top of the other issues, I think he realized today, I've got no chance. This is only getting worse. It's not getting any better, right? And why did he think he could even get away with it? Because honestly, he's gotten away with it his whole career. And that leads me to my final point for now. Why could he get away with it his whole career? And why did that prosecutor's report talk about how he constantly bullies and intimidates people and smears them? You guys got think about the one last step of that. That means the media was always complicit with him. They were the vehicle through which he smeared his opponents. So you go back and look and find the reporters who smeared Cuomo's opponents, and you'll know who the trash journalists are. They're not really journalists, which, by the way, is unfortunately most of New York media. That's how mainstream media works in this country. Oh, you're a powerful politician? Oh, give me your dirt on the powerless, and I'll smear them for you, and I'll destroy their lives for you. I win, you win. And that's the implicit relationship that they had in New York that no one else in media tells you about because it's uncomfortable for them, right? This is not just a scandal about Cuomo, and it certainly isn't just a scandal about sexual harassment. It's how Cuomo uses power both in sexual harassment and in bullying his opponents and in furthering corruption, and how the media helped them until now. But always give credit where credit is due. Ronan Farrow with a terrific piece in the New Yorker today. You should check it out. AJ Duenas, as always, thank you, brother. Guys, Damage Report is next, so stay right here. Check out John Iadaro's show. It's fantastic. And at 6 o'clock, we're coming back live with so many more details of this. But for now, down goes Andrew Cuomo. He has resigned. Ladies and gentlemen, well, I'd say we got him, but really he got himself, and it's about damn time.